simply unbelieve nothing.
Oh, grazie, Albumen.
Obrigado, senor. What are you going to call yourself, sir?
Well, I've been toying with a number of Cuban-sounding nom de guerres. Chips Tortilla. It's got a sort of rakish feel. Or possibly Ron Bacardi.
Oh, no, you're never a Ron, sir.
True. I know. I'll be Señor Guacamole. Yes, that's about the smoothest thing ever to come out of Latin America.
Smooth, sir. And viscous.
Yes, all right.
Sir.
Yes, Albumen?
May I ask why you're going to see the President of the United States disguised as a Cuban exile?
Yes, you may.
But you're not going to tell me, are you, sir?
No, I'm not.
But I could do so much more for you, sir, if only you'd take me into your confidence.
Don't worry, Albumen. There is one thing you can do for me.
Anything.
I want you to die for me.
Gladly.
The moustache! The moustache! God, one light-hearted pun and I almost had to pay for an entire funeral.
Sure, I cannot invade Cuba just to satisfy you and your amigos and... What did you say your organization's called?
The Syndicate of Right-Wing Cuban Exiles that you crossed at your peril.
Whatever. Sir, the United States is currently occupied in a war against global tourism. I have soldiers in Afghanistan. I have soldiers in Kosovo. We're about to invade Baghdadistan.
Let me remind you, Mr. President.
Hey, call me Dubya.
You are only in the White House because at the last presidential election, the Syndicate of Right-Wing Cuban Exiles that you crossed at your peril delivered you, Florida.
Señor Guacamole, I may not be the sharpest spike in the cactus tree, but I think I'd kind of remember if you delivered me a whole state. You'd have needed about 1 billion trucks.
What's this? Ring a bell?
Don't play games with me. To ring a bell, you need some kind of a gong, right?
This is the voting card we used in Florida. The voters had to punch a hole in the box opposite the candidate's name, see?
Yeah, but the boxes aren't right opposite the names. Wasn't that kind of confusing?
Exactly. When Senor and Senora Shitkicker thought they were voting Pamela Anderson as county dog catcher, they was really voting for you as president.
So that's how I got in.
See? And all we ask in repayment is that you oust the communists and return Cuba to our control.
Sir, you have yourself a deal, sir.
Hey.
Just one thing bugs me.
Yes?
I must be real behind with my dog-catching duties.
Don't worry, Dubby. Hey, maybe Pamela Anderson can help you out.
Great thinking.
And, Dubby, if you is nice and lucky, maybe Pamela will let you punch a hole in her box.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Albumen, I don't like this sort of thing on the whole, but yours melts in my mouth like pure double cream. How long have you had this incredible knack?
I've been making my own confectionery since 1987.
If I'd only known, I could have bought your entire production and you wouldn't be in trouble with the authorities.
Oh, Albumen, you haven't been abusing asylum seekers again, have you? That's the government's job.
He was arrested for peddling his fudge on the Magdalen Bridge.
So that's why you're perched on a single buttock.
It's no laughing matter, sir. I'm a metric martyr.
You're taking it by the meter.
Don't mock, sir. It's every Briton's birthright to market his merchandise in pounds and ounces. I'd rather go back to prison than be forced to sell out to Europe and embrace milligrams.
And leave me bereft of confectionery?
I'm not afraid to go down for the sake of my fudge.
Yes, gives a whole new piquancy to the term banged up.
I've tried to persuade him that it's folly to cling to the old imperial measures, but he slips his fudge between my lips and all argument is forgotten.
Yeah, he tried that with me once. I had to fend him off with a polo mallet.
It's a matter of principle, sir. Any fool can calculate metrically, but to work out weights in pounds, ounces, drams, and scruples is what honed the British mind and built the empire.
Not now, Windsor. Dennis Canute, an employer of the criminally archaic? Oh, no, not you again. What is it this time? Oh, God, I'm surprised you can even manage to go to the lavatory without help. All right, just this once, but then you're on your own. Oh, if anybody wants me, I'm with the Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister's spin master, Ali C, said today, Tony is facing the biggest challenge of his glorious reign over the timing of the Euro referendum. Then he denied saying anything of the sort.
It is agony, though. I mean, it's so embarrassing being in Europe, yet not of Europe.
You mean when you're in Tuscany and you have to change all your English money?
I'm having to look at the Queen glaring at me.
Well, that's your own fault for going on holiday with Peter Mandelson.
Look, suppose I call a referendum on the euro, and then we lose.
Yes, it's terribly chancy, isn't it, this democratic process?
Well, the Tory press have been really nasty to me. I'm not getting enough sleep as it is.
Yes, they have been rather down on you recently after that fiasco about the Queen Mother's funeral. Oh, you would look so cute, guarding her coffin, dressed as a full admiral of the fleet.
You know, and I'm desperate for a public relations success. I'm only 15 points ahead in the opinion polls now.
Gee, perhaps you could persuade the press that you're the man to enhance Britain's sovereignty.
Me? Well, how?
By exercising the one right that Brussels hasn't yet taken away. The right to wage war.
Declare war? On who?
Oh, why not Cuba?
Why Cuba?
Because I happen to know the Americans want to depose Castro and turn Cuba into a theme park. I think they're going to call it Reagan World. And you could go along for the ride.
You think they'll have Armageddon? I went on it at Alton Towers. I tell you, it's awesome.
Just try to pay attention, Prime Minister. Listen. Having demonstrated your patriotism to the satisfaction of the Daily Mail, you can sell us out to the European Central Bank without a qualm.
Professor, that is inspired.
Well, for you, maybe. I have 6 ideas of that caliber before breakfast. Ooh, speaking of which, what has your wife been feeding this poor child?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, she's away at the moment, running the country. All I could find in the fridge this morning was some leftover shellfish gumbo.
Then it's true. You really aren't fit to run a whelk stall. Look, I really have to be getting back to Oxford. Prime Minister, tell buyers to bring the car around, would you?
Oh, hold on a minute. Look, I can't declare war without consulting the people.
You mean the electorate?
God knows, far too risky. No, we use a reliable focus group. Hidden Persuaders, PLC. Oh, they're very sound.
Yes. Yes, they donated £500,000 to the party before the last election, didn't they?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Because I'm one of the 13 shadowy people who secretly control the world. I know everything.